How y'all doing? It's Wednesday, people. Hump day. Halfway over this shit, and boy, ain't it an exciting week. It's just a week full of murder mysteries. Man, we're right into that some shit. Before we get started on the news, and I'm so glad to be here, I got a couple pieces of mail I want to call out. First one was from John Kulwicki from North Liberty, Indiana. He is 65 years old. He's been watching me a long time, he said. And he's been through a lot. Well, but we're the same age, so yeah, I know exactly what you've been through. And he wants everybody to know that John feels bad about Mike Pence being from Indiana, and that they tried to get rid of him before out of his governorship up there before Donnie there swooped in, grabbed him up for vice president. So he wants everybody to know, and he let me know that John is also a winter Texan, baby. He'll be coming down here right after the election, so we have a lot of people from up north that we call winter Texans. They come down here every winter from up north, and they spend their time. I used to know a lot of them over in Portland at an RV park over there, and some wonderful people from Canada and North Dakota, South Dakota, all them cold places up there. We come down here to spend the winter, baby. I also got a letter from Marilyn Crump from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Tulsa, Oklahoma, baby, that's the home of Bob Wills, baby. Bob Wills. I said, it don't matter who's in Austin, Bob Wills is still the king. She says that she just recently found me, she said, and she needs the health care. Her family needs food and jobs in schools and things like that. So she's voting Democrat, baby, and that's a good reminder, especially after some little story here that I had written down about. Let me see, what was that? We'll get to it in a minute, sir. My notes, I don't want to be hunting for shit. It's Wednesday, people. Halfway there. You might as well go to the store, get that beer so you can put it on ice, let it get good and cold. And you know what to do with that, but you got to wait till Friday. No, you don't. Depending on where you live. Anyway, what is going on in the news? Well, one, I seen the Beto O'Rourke and Ted Cruz debate last night on TV. And, it was a good debate. Beto O'Rourke pointed out the fact of Lying Ted's nickname and the fact that it stuck. And the reason it stuck is because Ted Cruz is a lying sack of shit. He gets it from Donnie. It's more or less a Republican thing. If they all do it, it sounds normal to them. So they all lie through their ass, and Ted is no different. Raphael, Bob Kincaid calls him Rafael Eduardo Cruz, the booger-eating, self-anointed future king of America, I think is what Bob says. That's Ted Cruz. And Donnie's finally picked a spot to come down here and campaign for Ted Cruz. He found a spot in Houston. Now remember, Donnie came out and said he's going to come down to Texas and get the biggest stadium in the... Oh, it's going to be... It's a load of shit, because that's what Donnie peddles, baby. It's a load of crap. No matter what comes out of that man's mouth, you can bet 90% of it is a load of bullshit that he's selling to ignorant people. He found a high school in Houston that is going to seat 8,500 people. 8,500 people is the capacity of the high school that Donnie's rented to come down here and do a benefit for Cruzy Boy. And I just want to remind everybody that Beto O'Rourke came out and had a rally that had 55,000 people in it. 55,000, Ted. Now, the polls keep telling me on the news, well, you know Ted Cruz is up. Yeah, because the Mercers and the Koch brothers have poured a lot of money. 400 million from, I think, the Koch brother. And about 20-some-odd or 30-some-odd million from Mercer. All of a sudden dumped into Texas. I'm seeing ads out the wazoo on Ted Cruz. They're shoving him up everybody's butt here. Beto O'Rourke, you know, he's a criminal. He rides a skateboard. Yo, he's a punk rock band. He's a crazy Democrat. You bet your ass, and I'm going to crawl over broken glass, Ted, to get there to vote for his ass. And vote your ass out. I want that stinking sales car. My son calls him the Zodiac Killer. Ted Cruz out of my state. Well, Donnie came out and made a little tweet there. I want to get this out of the way, too, because it's it points to the ladies again. He made a tweet about, he won some little case about the defamation of Stormy Daniels, and he came out and made a tweet, called her a horse face. Called her a horse face. I want to point that out to every woman that's listening to me, and you can tell all your lady friends too, because here's what the GOP thinks of you. If you go up and, baby, the GOP, baby, they're the party that get your biscuits in the oven and your buns in the bed. They don't have time for a Me Too sad sob story in front of a judiciary. They don't have time for that. You're lying. Get back in the kitchen. Make me some biscuits. And then get your buns in the bed. They ain't got no other time for you. That's the way the Republican... I hear, what's that? Graham coming out with that line about women should cleave unto their husbands. That they should take the advice. Are you shitting me? It's 2018, baby. You don't have to ask anybody's permission to have whatever kind of thought you want in your head. But the GOP, baby, they don't like that. And if you think, who was that? John Kennedy, the senator out of Louisiana. Oh, well, we've all done this. He's making excuses for it. The whole Republican Party will come up and make any excuse necessary to cover his ass. Because it's election season, baby. And Donnie just keeps cranking out the oldies and goodies, baby. And I wish he hadn't done it on Twitter. Oh, well, that's what old Kennedy said down there. That's what they all say. Oh, well, I wished he hadn't said that. Oh, well, I wish he hadn't done this. But, the overall big picture of I'm making a boatload of money is the most supreme thing in there is. And that brings us right into the major story of the day. A murder mystery, baby. Mystery my ass, the only one. It's not a mystery to anybody. There ain't a soul out here who has common sense in their head that thinks anything other than Jamal Khashoggi walked into the Saudi Arabian embassy and came out in little bitty pieces, and I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that his head was delivered to that crown prince, what's his name? Mohammed bin Salman. MBS, they call him, or MBS. That's what they call him. MBS is sort of like, Elvis or something. Only got a little nickname. Because he's a filthy rich asshole. And then charged Saudi Arabia over there because the king daddy let the little prince there get in charge. That's how they do that shit. There ain't nothing Saudi Arabia has in common with this country. It's all about the money, baby. And it's all about money that Donnie is getting from Saudi Arabia. He is a whore for Russia and Saudi Arabia, baby. That's it. They're making the money. It's about the money that he makes, not anything else. It's all about the money. We keep turning a blind eye to Saudi Arabia. We turned a blind eye when 44 children were killed in a school bus in Yemen. Buy an American-made missile, baby. That's right. We sell it to Saudi Arabia. And they blow little kids up in Yemen. Yemen's facing a starvation and a famine problem over there. Because Saudi Arabia has a total blockade on Yemen. Not letting anything in. They're starving them to death. That's American values for you, baby. We don't stand up for them people. They beheaded 3 teenagers for protest rally. Are you shitting me? Hell, I bet Donnie wishes he could do something like that. And they had a guy that was given 2,000 lashes. It's all just current shit, recent shit, for saying that he was an atheist. Oh, baby, get out your whip, baby, because that's me. And I'm proud of it. Proud of it. Anyway, I don't fall for bullshit stories. That's all that is right there. This is not anything except the money that we get from Saudi Arabia, the oil revenue the oil that we get from them, the money that Donnie makes, and everybody's made it forever. I don't know. They're showing shit all the way back through W's over there dancing with the sword too and shit like that. They're all been kissing their ass for what? For oil? Or because we have an ongoing issue with Iran? Because that's what that story is over there. It's a battle between Iran and Saudi Arabia, Sunni against Shiite, and that's all it's ever going to be over there. And it just pains me to see, because now we're faced with with an outright murder of an American resident, a man who worked for the Washington Post. And we're going to turn a blind eye because when he's chopped up into little pieces, because we don't want to lose a deal. We don't want to lose the money that it's going to cost us. 15 days ago he walked in. Nobody's seen him since. Yeah, I saw that on the news there, all about Saudi Arabia. They were talking about the PR corporation, the lobbyists they have over in Washington, just filling Washington up with money. Because there's one thing Saudis have is an boatload of money. And what do politicians like? Politics? Politics, baby. It's money. Money. Blood-sucking leeches. That's politics. That comes from KK Freeman, whose big poster I got hanging on my wall over there, has always said politics is. Politics is two words, Greek words. Poly meaning many, and ticks are blood-sucking parasites. And that's what Donnie is. And he's made it a business, baby. Anyway, did y'all see Mitch McConnell, or as Candy likes to call him, Bitch McConnell, on the show talking about he's going to have to, we're going to have to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. That's right, baby, right out of Mitch McConnell's mouth. He's saying that the deficit is out of control. And then to get it under control, we're going to have to make serious cuts in entitlements. That's Mitch McConnell. That's that turtle from Kentucky, the richest man in the Senate, damn near, I understand. I wonder how he got that way. Huh, some hookup from China, from what I understand. We had a $1.5 trillion tax cut. That might have had something to do with the little deficit there, you think? Or maybe it was a $675 billion defense budget that we passed. No, we can't cut none of that shit out. Them tax cuts, baby, that's what keeps America. We got to give the money back to the people. Who are you talking to? We have a deficit. And that deficit, oh, it's got a little note here, has risen 77% since Mitch McConnell took over. Last year, our tax revenue fell by $95 billion, and that's from the corporate tax cuts that the wealthy, that Mitch McConnell gave to the corporations and the wealthy people of it. So we lost $95 billion, and all of a sudden Mitch McConnell's talking about cutting your Social Security, baby. You don't need that. Old people and sick people, hell, those, who cares? That's what the Republican Party is telling you. Rubio comes out and talks about entitlement reform. We have to tackle the deficit. It's the only way. Are you shitting me? When you are giving money away to rich assholes, the Mercers, the Kochs, all of those people are getting billions, and you're getting squat, baby. He's threatening your entitlements. Are you shitting me? That money has come out of our pocket all your working life. You paid in there. For them to pay you back, no, you're never going to get back what you paid in. If you would have, they would have let you put that in a private pension fund. Well, hell, maybe so, baby. Put it in the rich guy's stock portfolio, and maybe you'll come out a winner. But unless you're playing that game, baby, you ain't winning. And I'll tell you what, that little tumble the other day cost a lot of people a lot of money in their 401ks and stuff, and it's going to cost a lot more when that market makes a larger correction, and it will. And I don't know how much longer it can stand in there. Anyway, what else is going on? Whew! That T.I. did a rap video with Melania as a stripper. And everybody got, oh, look how disrespectful. Are you shitting me? You talk about some snowflakes, baby. That's them Republicans. They're upset about a video portraying Melania as a stripper. Are you shitting me? Go back and pull up Melania on the internet, baby. You can look at any part of her body you want to. It's all right there, and she proudly displayed it. So get off your high horse, baby. I don't buy your, disrespect. Ain't nobody disrespected that office more than this family since they've been in there. Shit. Jared Kushner, the Secret Service had to block reporters. I guess he's giving them Had a reporter on the plane trying to ask him about questions about Saudi Arabia, and a Secret Service agent blocked the camera and blocked him and moved him along. I guess that's the orders nowadays for the Secret Service. You don't have to protect them from somebody that might have harmful intent. Hell no! Protect them from the journalist that wants to ask him a question. Don't let him in there. Throw your body in front of the... Are you shitting me? Let him go, baby. Let him answer the questions. Jared Kushner ain't got shit to say. You never see that man on weaseling his little mouse voice out there saying anything. No, he's in bed with Saudi Arabia just like Donald Trump is. And that's who we work for, baby. I guess so, because our president is a whore for Saudi Arabia and Russia. He's a whore for anybody with $1, baby. Well, it can't be $1. It's $40, $50 million. And you got him doing anything you want, baby. He'll vote for you. He'll lobby for you. He'll change this nation for you if you've got the right kind of money. And that's who the Republicans are, baby. And that's who they're protecting. A thief, a con man, a liar, a piece of shit who disgraces this country every damn day he is in there. In the Republican Party, baby. They're the ones protecting his ass. So that's your job, baby. That's your job, my job. That's our job as Americans, is to save this democracy from that slow death. Because they're wanting to. They're up there appointing, having judicial nominees, although the Senate is in recess, you know, and the Democrats aren't. They don't give a shit. They're going to keep on trying to stuff people on the courts everywhere they can. Because it's the law, baby, they want to control. If they can control the law, well, shit, they control you. So they're playing the long game. And that's how come it is so important for us to do the same thing. This November 6th is just the beginning. You got to vote November 6th and then keep that anger going to get the investigations that need to be done, to take care of the people's business as it should have been done. But it hasn't been done. Everything has been passed over by this Republican bullshit in our house. And I'm sick of it. Is that all I got? I don't know. Let me check here. Woo, the prince says, I didn't do it. I don't know who did. Maybe it was rogue killers. Are you shitting me? Donnie comes out and says that. Donnie is protecting Saudi Arabia from a blatant murder in front of the world. That's who our president is. That's the man that sits in our office, will grovel and protect scumbags like this that have no humanity whatsoever. They have money, baby, and when you get enough money, you don't have empathy. You don't give a shit about the poor. They serve you. Get away from me. That's who they've become. It's sad to see this nation come to this, because I know people that support this bullshit with their religious glory that God is working through Trump. Are you shitting me? It's disgusting to hear that kind of crap. It's disgusting. Bring your God into his shit. Ain't that God didn't Jesus say something about take care of the elderly and the sick and the homeless and the hungry? Isn't that what he said? Know who I'm talking to. That's what he said. He didn't say screw the poor. What else? That's about all I got. We have 20 days, people. We have 20 days until the election, the midterms. Ooh, the midterms. This is the most important vote you've ever had in your life. This vote. And we can't stop. We can't let up. Our polls are telling me Beto's down. Kiss my ass. I don't believe it. That man is going to wash all over Ted Cruz. And it's going to be a lot of places like that this November, because this blue wave is rising up. There are more people involved, more young people. That just tickles me to death. Every time I hear that there's a young person is registered to vote or talks to me, speaks to me about politics, I am so thrilled to hear it. Because it's going to be their future. Their future that we're fighting for now. This ain't for us, baby. People like us. We're trying to keep them from raiding our Social Security and shit like that, trying to kill us before we're done. This is for the future, baby. This is for your kids, my kids, their kids, the future of this planet. It's all on the line with this vote. We've heard the stories of murder from the people that we support. We hear reports of climate change that it's getting really bad. We know the facts. But there's one party that keeps denying the facts. Oh, we don't know if it's going to happen. What's that, Donnie talking about it the other day on that? Oh, it goes up, it comes down. People say. What about the scientists, Donnie? Oh, well, they'd have to show me. They are showing you! That's why. No matter what the issue is that touches your heart, no matter what it is, it's in this election. And if we don't do everything we can to wash that scum out of our house and get our house in order, then we should be ashamed to our kids. We should be ashamed to look at them and say, we failed. Baby, we can't fail. Fail's not an option. It's not in the vocabulary. You get your ass out and vote. You get everybody you know out to vote. And that's how we do this. You want a democracy, baby? We've got to work on that. Hell, we've had the majority vote the last several times, and we don't get the president because we have some screwed up, antiquated electoral college bullshit that politicians can pinpoint and take the vote away from the people. We have bullshit like that we have to put up with. Are you shitting me? Wyoming has 2 senators. California has 2 senators. Look at the disparity of population there. We don't need to discard the heartland of the country. There ain't a single Democrat wants to do away with Iowa or Nebraska. Everybody, this whole damn country is made up of 50 states and should be more than that. But we're all tied. We're all tied as Americans. If we can't fight to save this country from its downfall, from deception by con men and thieves, then what are we? You know, our democracy depends on this shit, that we pay attention. Our whole process depends on an informed populace. An informed populace, Tony. Turn the freaking channel from Fox News. That's not information, buddy. That's propaganda. It's ignorance. It's bullshit shoved up your ass. Get it somewhere else. Those people that just focus on that bullshit. It's just, I call Fox News, and I say it over and over again, it is the most anti-American bullshit you can turn on your TV. You put that image of Hannity up there and you're spitting in the face of this country. Mama picked the shirt out. She came out with the shirts. I said, why this one, baby? What? She said that's how she feels. Talking about kids in concentration camps still. We still have immigration bullshit going on the border, and he's pushing it again, baby. He's doubling down. That's his method. That's his modus operandi, baby. In your face. Everything. Horse face? She's a liar. It never happened. But, you know, my lawyer gave her $130,000, but I didn't. He's a liar. It's all the bullshit that comes out of that man's mouth. We have one shot at redemption in this country, and it's this November. And then Robert Mueller's investigation has to come to a conclusion. And if we don't have a Democrat-controlled House, what do you think the Republicans are going to do with his report? They're going to try to squash it as much as they can. Hide whatever they can. So it's up to us. The Mueller investigation is up to us. The future of our country, the future of our planet is all up to us this November. We can't stress that enough, baby. There's lots of us out here, and like I said the other day, we're all carrying pom-poms for this vote to motivate people like you and others to get out and vote. And we're going to keep it up right up until the day of the election, because you can't forget And there's a lot of people that have a tendency to, oh, well, you know, Tuesday I'm told the boss I'm going to go vote, but, you know, I got to go over here and do this. No, you get your ass over there and vote. It should be a national holiday, but the whole other rant with that shit. The Republicans are still trying to make it as difficult as they can, everywhere they can, to keep people from voting. Republicans are nothing but liars, cheats, and thieves. That's what their party has become. And now, recently, they've invited the white supremacists, the neo-Nazis, anybody at all, baby, into that disgusting shit. And it makes them stronger, they think. But I have a firm belief that there are more people in this country willing to stand side by side with those of different race, different religions, different sexes, different sexual identities, whatever you want to call it. There's more of us willing to stand together to protect this nation than there are those that want to form their little militias and crap like that and wish for a second civil war somehow. Because that's what the right pushes all the time, baby. That guy that stopped me in the store and asked me if I was going to vote for Beto, his main concern was, hey, do you own a gun? His main concern was his guns, because Republican people down here are ignorant to believe that the Democrats are coming to get your guns. It's a sell point every time. Hillary's coming to get your gun. Obama's coming to get your gun. Bill Clinton's coming to get your guns. Everybody on that side's coming to get your guns, and ain't nobody came and took a gun from you or anybody else. It's ignorant people that buy into that shit down here. And that's the key, boy. It's gun issues, man. You know, Democrats, they're trying to take your gun. Stuff it up your ass, you ignorant butt shit. I swear. I hate that argument just because it's a mute. And I want to ask every one of them, are you too chicken shit to pass a background check, buddy? Have you done crap in your life that's so freaking disgusting that you can't... get off on a whole other tangent there, baby. To the polls, you guardians of liberty. I got it right here, baby. It's in front of me every day I see this. Every day I want to remind that we are the guardians of liberty, baby. That's us. The ones that care about this country. The ones that care about others instead of just themselves and how much money they've got. This is a brotherhood, a sister of citizens. It's what it was always designed to be. And we have to keep that going regardless of the pukes on the other side that want to drag it into the dirt, charge money for it. We're whores when we do that. And that's what Donnie the Dick is. He's a whore. He takes money for what favors he gives. You think Stormy Daniels made money screwing people? Ah! Donnie puts it to the test, baby. That man's made more money screwing people than anybody in the porn industry, buddy. He's a whore bigger than anybody I've ever seen in my life. It's a disgusting thing to have in our house. I'm getting carried away. That's about all I got. Hey, y'all remember all these people, they're donating to our Patreon page. We appreciate it so much. On those that give to the PayPal, and those like John, who, thanks sir, put a nice crisp $10 bill in that envelope. And I appreciate getting that. And it's little things like that that really help us with what we want to do and keep this thing going. Keeps me from doing that. I mean, having to go do something else other than that. Anyway, we appreciate everybody that donates, no matter how you do it. Like, share, and subscribe. John Burdavo of Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube. John Burdavo on Facebook. Go by it. John Burdavo Speaks, Blue Dot Family. They were 97 people. They got to be closer than that. From hitting 7,000 family members over there on that Blue Dot page. Go by there. Join up the family over there, because I'll tell you what, baby, they're cranking out stuff every day. They're keeping people informed and motivated. Candy has done an outstanding job. Monica, Carrie, Kat, Joe, and they just had Enemy, another young lady come on board over there for a little younger flair on that channel. So go by over there and join up the family over there at JBS Blue Dot Family, and join this movement, baby, because this blue wave is rising. It's rising a whole lot every day, and it continues, and we need to keep that going. At Blue Dot in Texas on Twitter, out my truck window, anywhere else we can get the message. The message has to be the imp thing. Whether you get it from me, whether you get it from Bob Kincaid, Leo, Andy Pagoda, always Pagoda. I don't know. Andy recently lost his brother, but he is still in this fight. He is still concerned about everybody out there. So all of us are facing things in our life that we still have to deal with every day. But all the time, they're turning on their camera, they're raising their voice, they're saying something to try to motivate everybody to get to the polls, baby, because that's what it's all about. And on that note, we'll see you on Friday. Get the beer and bud ready. Bye.